great if you have a good sense of humor about it, but I'm saying, do you think I should be censored or suppressed if I were to get online today and be like, Jake Shields anally raped me last night? Like, do you think I should be able to say that?
That's making a false allegations. That's harmful. That's a little different than saying, like, I don't like anybody. You should be able to say, I don't like Jake.
No, but I'm asking you, like, should I be able to say Jake Shields anally raped me last night?
No, because that's a lie. That's a defamation, and that's going to accuse me of an illegal crime I didn't do.
Okay. So because it's harmful and it's like reputationally damaging.
No, it's illegal. I get thrown in jail for it. So it's like you're doing something that's legal. So it's different than like saying Jake's an asshole.
It's only illegal if you
Jake
press.
said mean
No.
things to me.
It's only illegal. Like, it's illegal, but you won't get thrown in jail if I don't press charges. Like, I could tweet and be like, Jake Shields anally raped me last night, but I'm letting it go. Like, I have no interest in pressing charges. Like,
you probably shouldn't be able to, but I doubt they'd ban you for that because these aren't the type of things they censor.
we're not talking about what currently is like the model of censorship. I'm asking you, in your ideal, should I be censored for saying Jake Shields anally raped me last night, but I'm not pressing charges?
That's a false allegation, so that's a different situation.
Right. So if someone's putting something out there that's false, malicious, and reputationally damaging, you would probably concede that that warrants censorship.
It needs to be very extreme situations. Like I should say, you should be able to say, I don't like white people because of this. I don't like any people because of this. But if you take a person and you directly accuse them of something they didn't do that's illegal, that's a little different.
Okay, but I'm saying the reason you think that it's wrong for me, or that it warrants censorship for me to get online and say Jake Shields, this is going to be my clip, by the way, that's science of me saying
Jake Shields anally raped me.
Yeah, saying Jake Shields anally raped me last night is because you think, one, I'm putting something out there that's false, two, I'm putting something out there that's malicious and reputationally damaging, right? And that's going to directly affect you adversely. It's going to affect your job opportunities. It's going to affect how people treat you, right? So that's why you would say it's bad. So I'm saying, why not extrapolate that and be like, okay, if we should censor people for making defamatory statements against an individual, then why does it not warrant censorship to make defamatory statements about a collective group of people? Like if I were to say Indians are rapists, how is that different than me saying Jake Shields is a rapist if one, it's false, two, it's reputationally damaging, and it does affect people? Like there's a reason that propaganda and negative statements about groups has led to real world harm. There's a reason that in the Rwandan genocide, for instance, like radio show hosts would liken the Tutsi people to cockroaches. And then over the course of 3 months, we saw like 800,000 people be harmed from that. And like, if that type of language begets that type of harm, why not have the same energy towards, for instance, on Twitter right now, people calling Indians cockroaches? Like, I guess I'm asking, what's like the risk benefit? What is the benefit of protecting that right for speech to call Indians cockroaches when we've seen historically it begets so much fucking harm? It could beget a genocide. So to you, why protect that type of speech?
There's just a big difference between me saying Indians are rapists or saying Farah raped me. It's making a direct allegation of something you didn't do. So I think there's a line there, and it's not.
But why? I guess I'm asking why the line between individual defamation.
Group is not the same.
Why?
Why is it not the same? Because I'm saying you, I'm putting a name, I'm accusing you of an exact crime versus bashing a whole people. These aren't the same
That's
thing.
Worse. You're bashing now a billion people.
No,
that's like committing defamation
Okay,
a billion times over.
And what if it's true about the race? That's the problem too. There's you gotta look at who are the censors first off. Who's the main censorship organization in America?
Okay, so I see that's why I'm saying.
So let's break it down. Who are the censorship? Do you know the answer to that? The number one censorship organization in the world is the ADL.
ADL, yeah.
And how were they started?
The Jews. I don't know.
In 1913, a Jewish man raped a 13-year-old girl and murdered her. They started a Jewish supremacy organization tied to the Jewish mafia to get him out of prison. They're the number one people. They control the Google searches. They control Facebook. Who runs Facebook? Mark Zuckerberg. Jewish. Who runs Google?
Sure.
Jewish people. Who runs YouTube? Jewish people. What's the number two censorship organization in the world? At the SPLC. The head of that guy, he just stepped down. You know why he stepped down? He did take
because he's Jewish.
He tried to rape his own fucking stepdaughter. People are literally fucking kids are the ones telling us what we can say. Literally, kid fuckers are the number one, number two.
Okay, so by your logic, I should be able to say that Jake Shields anally raped me last night because any enforcement arm to try and implement censorship is run by evil rapists.
I would rather.
I'm saying, why not just use a blanket statement and be like, okay, fine, if it's run by such malicious, politically motivated people, then why criminalize things like doxing and revenge porn and child pornography if clearly you think the enforcement mechanism for it is so evil to begin with? But you make that delineation and you say, no, we should outlaw these certain things like doxing, revenge porn, child pornography, defamation, and being able to say, so why is it that I can't say you anally raped me last night if you think the type of person who will make that judgment call for whether I can say that is an evil rapist?
I'm not saying they're all but the particular ones are. You have to be very clear what their censorship rules are. So if it's like, if there's different censorship rules for different races, it's not fair. You agree that you can hate white people all you want, right? You're not gonna get in trouble if you say fuck white people. White people are cockroaches. You're not gonna see a black guy have to go fucking an apology to her for saying fuck white people. But you've seen black people and apologize to her, apologizing to rabbis.
Like I said, we're talking about. You have mentioned it.
You're mentioning there's different rules for different races, correct?
Well, first of all, that's not censorship. That's cancel culture, right? Like you're talking about the idea of people in droves are going to get mad at this person and put pressure on them and pull out sponsorship.
Well,
I guess
it's organizations like the ADL. They're the organizations that put all this pressure on people.
So we're talking about two different things. Like, again, we're talking about whether there's benefits to censorship and two, whether censorship can be exploited for political gains. I agree, but the same thing could be applied for things like individual defamation. You could say this person defamed me. I want them in jail because they said something false about me. I'm saying in an ideal world, do you think that we should censor people saying something like Indians are cockroaches, or do you think that type of speech should be protected?
I think it should be protected.
You think it should be protected even though we saw the same type of rhetoric being wielded against the Tutsi people, which could get it a genocide?
There's going to be no genocide of Indians in America. And
really?
Do you really feel scared walking down the streets? And I think there's too much.
We've already, like, do you actually disagree with the idea that hate speech generally begets an increase in violence? Like, do you disagree with that premise?
No, I disagree with that. I think trying to suppress it makes people more angry and more enraged when they tell them what they can say. I think when people, a lot of it is just joking around online, saying especially men, they say young men say more ridiculous things that aren't really, they might be offensive intentionally because they're told they're not allowed to say things. They say it. They're not really they're not really that hateful. Like, I doubt do people are rude to you on the street because you're Indian? I doubt it.
I don't leave my house, but I get a lot of hate online. Bro, I've been getting, since this Indian racism stuff started, I thought like, oh, I'm not going to get it as much because one, I'm a woman, and two, I'm also like mixed, I'm Arab. So I was like, oh, like people, when they look at me because my name is Arabic and stuff, I was like, I don't think people necessarily like associate me with being Indian necessarily. I put out a Substack essay. It's like 10,000 words on hookup culture. Substack is a very female-dominated platform. I've had these white guys coming in there just to shit on me because I wrote an essay about hookup culture and virginity. The past month, I kid you not, I've been getting all these hate comments being like, you're a virgin because you're Indian. And I'm like, what? Like, it's funny. Like, I laugh it off. Like, I don't think that should be censored. No, like, exactly. That's whatever. But I'm saying if someone were to be like die cockroach, then I think that 100% should be censored because also I follow you on Twitter, favorite account. I've heard you say that, one, you're a free speech absolutist, but at the same time, we should restrict access to porn because it has adverse outcomes on minors.